They must imprint themselves on that which is not human in order to grow up whole as fully developed beings. If they don't have that experience, as adults they may well commit such travesties as this. These, of course, are no longer animals. They are retarded humans, pseudo-humans. That they were once animals is no longer relevant. The animal is reduced to a comic strip stereotype. A comical sidekick, trying so hard to be just like us. Is this funny? Is this? People used to entertain themselves by watching lunatics and monsters. They still do. Brainwashed captives. People dressed as animals. Animals dressed as people. A theater of the grotesque. Nature? Box office. Who needs nature? Many of the strange, even bizarre.
Dan Quayle is an injustice to the many and a bonanza for the few. This is the great privilege of my friend Dan Quayle.
Close friend killed in action during World War II.
When he was growing up, he'd fall down and get up, fall down, get up. He'd fall down and get up, fall down, get up. But it's just determination, and he'd fall down and get up, fall down, get up. It was, we would laugh, we'd be in the house kind of laughing. He'd fall down and get up, fall down, get up. It was, we would laugh, we'd be in the house kind of laughing. Gosh, isn't he going to give up? We would laugh, we'd be in the house kind of laughing. It was, we would laugh, we'd be in the house kind of laughing. Gosh, isn't he going to give up? But he didn't.
So we literally met over the death penalty, which isn't very romantic.
She was working on a capital punishment case for the Attorney General.
He actually tried to fix me up with one of his friends.
She wasn't interested in him. She was working on a capital punishment case for the Attorney General. It was very difficult to get a date with Marilyn at the very beginning. She was working on a capital punishment case for the Attorney General. She wasn't interested in him. And so after she turned him down...
The death penalty, which isn't very romantic. He asked me out with one of his friends. So we literally met over the death penalty with one of his friends. And 10 weeks later, we were married.
I was majority leader when Dan Quayle came to the Senate. He helped me become majority leader. Not many people remember maybe his service in the Senate, but I certainly do. Not many people remember maybe his service in the Senate.
One of the most important things to Dan is to go out to parties and cocktail parties every night of the week. Dan would go out to parties and cocktail parties every night of the week.
And that's why I say this about the scorn of the media elite.
I don't think American people would like to see them clean up their act.
I am stronger, more confident, and more determined than ever.
Have this much sex and this much violence on television.
I come from I come from refusing to see what's wrong. That is wrong. Families can also be strengthened by empowering our people with low taxes. That is wrong. Home ownership. That is wrong. Parental choice in education. That is wrong. Job training. That is wrong. Safe streets, a clean environment. That is wrong. And affordable health care. That is wrong. Every so-called lifestyle alternative is morally equivalent. That is wrong. Americans try to raise their children to understand right and wrong. That is wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong.
Because while both President Bush and his opponents say they share your commitment for change, there is one gigantic difference. President Bush believes that you should have the power to make change. President Bush trusts you. President Bush wants you, the people, to make the decisions that are better for your community. He firmly believes that bureaucrats know best, and that those who live on the banks of the Potomac know best of all. My fellow Americans, will America's future be one weakness? Will America's future be one of climb? That's what this election is all about. That's what this election is all about. You got it right every time.
Spirit alive. Today, as a new dawn breaks over America, we face tough challenges and unprecedented opportunities. America needs a president who tackles the challenges head-on.
Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves, and under a just God cannot long retain it.
America needs the determination of Richard Nixon. What? The American spirit. George Bush. He is that man.
Build a new world. Thank you very much. Let's go to work. Thank you. And I am proud. Thank you very much. And I am proud. And I am proud to receive. Thank you very much. What a I know that Americans have many questions, even questions about me. And first, I feel great. And I am proud to receive a lot of unfair criticism. I feel great. And I look better in my jogging shorts than the governor of Arkansas. I spoke of one urgent mission. And today on the rural streets of Poland, merchants sell cans of air
I had stood before you 4 years ago and described this as the world we would help to build, you would have said, George Bush, I'm heartened by the polls, the ones that say I look better in my jogging shorts than the governor of Arkansas. And you remember this one? In the 80s, they wanted a nuclear freeze, and we insisted on peace through strength. From Angola to Central America, they said, let's negotiate, deliberate, procrastinate, and we said, just stand up for freedom. And now, no, son, if you're being run out of town, just get out in front and make it look like a parade. No, they're including Republicans like Richard Nixon and Gerald Ford. No, there. And I make no apologies for that. Well, I bit the bullet. Now, slippery when wet. Slippery when wet. A very good idea. A very good idea. Now, I know Americans are tired of American gladiators. I don't like it either. Neither should you. But the truth is the truth. Our policies have not failed. They haven't even been tried. I don't like it either. Neither should you. But the truth is the truth. Our policies has become the master of inaction. And it wasn't always this way. I heard President Ford tonight. I served in Congress 22 years ago under him. And back then we cooperated. We didn't get personal. We put the American gladiators above everything else. Heck, we didn't even own blow dryers back in those days. But the truth is the truth. Our policies have not failed. They haven't even been tried. And I think the American people know this. I extended my hand in a hopelessly tangled web of pacts, perks, privileges, partnership, and paralysis, and they bit it. Stationary bikes. And Governor Clinton and Congress don't want kids to have the option of praying in school, but I do. Now, wait a minute though. No, wait. Maybe not a bad idea. If you probably ought to take America back to those days of malaise. But Americans want to know, where's proof that we will have better days in Washington? The place just doesn't work anymore. You probably ought to be happy. After all, every day. Governor Clinton says no, Congress says no, and I say yes. Okay. You see, there's a yearning in America. A yearning in America. And I remember such a time. It was back many years ago when I stood watch at 4 a.m. up on the bridge of a submarine, the United States Finback, USS Finback. And I would stand there and look out at the blackness of the sky. Change that matters, real change that makes a difference. You see, there's a yearning, a feeling that maybe change that matters, real change that makes a difference, change that is right, to love their neighbors, USS Finback. And I would stand there and love their neighbors. You know, you can see things from up there that other people don't see. You can see storm clouds rise and then disappear. The first hint of the sun over the horizon, and the first outline of a girl named Barbara. America's sunset, but a sunrise. And the world for which we've sacrificed for a generation. That's the sweet cup of prosperity. I know we are. America is the land where the sun is always peeking over the horizon. Now that the entire world is moving our way, why would we want to go back their way? To reap the rewards of our global victory? Well, tonight I say to you, join me in our new crusade to reap the rewards of our global victory, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much.
President George Bush, having spoken for 56 minutes, a few minutes longer than Governor Clinton did in New York, a speech for which the expectations were extraordinarily high. And when the Republicans have finished their big celebration, Mrs. Bush joining him now on the podium, we have a group of people here who will discuss what they thought of the speech and what it portends for the campaign ahead. But for the moment, let's enjoy with them what promises to be an unusually spectacular spectacle. With fireworks, the largest balloons ever, more of them than ever before. And now the quails. The balloons just beginning. David Gergen.
Robin, there are 10 balloons in that hall for every delegate. They'll be coming down for a while.
First small balloons, and then they have some really giant balloons coming. Altogether, 220,000 balloons were installed in the hall. They dropped about 20,000 of them the other night after President Reagan spoke. The rest of the 200,000 come down tonight. Mark Shields.
The Democrats truly suffer from the balloon gap with the Republicans. The Republicans are far better at it. They do bigger, better, brighter.
Red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue. I think it's a lot better than the Democrats' balloons.
But you made a point in New York, Mark, that the multicolored balloons of the Democrats were meant to represent the Rainbow Coalition.
Right.
Generational change.
Yeah, it was generational change, and it was New York.
But a cultural difference, and a cultural difference with this party. On the platform here, also by members of their family, and ultimately by all the other leaders of the Republicans. On the platform here, also by members of their family, and ultimately by all the other leaders of the Republican Party.